All right, we're at Edward L. Blackshirt Elementary School, the oldest black elementary school in 3rd Ward. Is still here, celebrating 105 years old. Blackshirt was built in 1916, 10 years before Jack Yates, and it is the only black elementary school that was built for blacks that's still standing here in 3rd Ward. Dachshund is the second oldest, 1921, but it's closed. Douglas was the 3rd oldest, 1927. It's closed. Turner was given to blacks, and later on it was turned over to Lockhart, but Lockhart was a Jewish school, so it was given to blacks. This is the second black elementary school that they built in HISD for blacks. In 1921, they built the school right here off the Gulf Freeway in Sampson. Well, the Gulf Freeway wasn't there when they built this second black elementary school, which was called Dachshund. We're right here on the corner of Coley and Sampson. And this is the second black elementary school that HISD built for black. They only built 3 black elementary schools in 3rd Ward for blacks. The other elementary schools, they was given to blacks by whites. We're live right here on Scott Street, right here by the Gulf Freeway, right in the back of Houston High School Law and Justice. Right here. It's called HSLS. Houston School for Law and Justice is right here. There used to be Dachshund. Well, this is the new Dachshund. And it's right in the front of where the old Dachshund used to be. They took it off of Sampson and they bought it on Scott. And we're live right here at Houston School of Law and Justice, which was once Dachshund Elementary School. This is another Magnum school that they got in the University District that we used to call it 3rd Ward, but this is the University District, and the University District go all the way back to sophomore, where the Energy School at. And we're live right here in the 3000 block of Truly. And as you can see, this is Douglas Elementary School that used to be Douglas Elementary School. This was the 3rd black elementary school that they built in 3rd Ward in 1927, which was Douglas Elementary School. But it's no longer Douglas Elementary School. It is a private. We're coming to you live right here on the corner of Truly and Sawyer. That once was Douglas Elementary School, but as you can see, the name have been changed to Yellowstone Academy. See, all these magnet schools are not named after no individuals. They do not specify names on these magnet schools. Only magnet school that got a name to it is Jack Yates. The rest of the magnet schools has no name. They're naming it after something else other than after an individual. This one is called Yellowstone Academy. That used to be Douglas Elementary School. Our 3rd black elementary school is no longer existing. I'm telling you, y'all, we're losing our black history. And nobody even wants to support it. But I'm going to go as far as my money can go. And after that, I'm done. You know, I did my share. And nobody want to support it, well, then they're not too much interested in the blacks in the future. That's all I can say. Thank you. All right, we're coming to you live in the 3200 block of Rosedale. In 1958, HISD gave blacks a elementary school that once was a white elementary school, and they turned it into GBM Turner Elementary School, and the first principal there was Miss Tompkins. And Miss Thompson also got a school named after her today. But this school was turned over to blacks in September of 1958 because the Blackshirt was getting too crowded and blacks was moving over here on the other side of Blodgett, and the whites decided to give this school over to blacks to take some of the load off of Blackshirt Elementary School. right, we're right here on the corner of Hamilton and Cleburne. In 1956, HISD gave blacks their first junior high school because Jack Yates at 2610 Elgin, you started in the 7th grade and went all the way on up to the 12th grade. William E. Miller in 1956, whites gave this school to blacks, and it became the first black junior high school in 1957, and it was called William E. Miller, and Mr. Miller was a principal over there at Booker T. Washington, so they named this school after him. And as you can see right now, it is also a magnet school for girls, and it's called Young Women's College Academy, and this used to be William E. Miller, and we're on the corner of Cleburne and Hamilton, and this is part of the University District. This is not considered as 3rd Ward anymore. All right, we're live right here on the corner of Carolina and Holman, and this is Samuel Center High School, which was an all-white high school. But in 1964, when Johnson signed the Civil Rights Bill for no more segregation in the school districts, HISD let all the blacks who wanted to come to this school in 65 to come over here to join in with the white kids that was here. So most of the kids that came out of William E. Miller, they sent this transcript over here to Samuel Center High School, where the kids that was already over there at Yates, if they parents wanted them to come to this school, they would have to get their transcript sent back from Yates and sent over here. But the classes of 1968 graduation class, and when they came out of junior high school, when they left Miller, they could have come over here and had a transcript over here. That's why a lot of blacks graduated out of the first class. Blacks graduated out of Samuel Center High School was the class of 1968. And later on, they turned the school into Houston Community College, and that's what it is today. And it's also in the University District. And we're live right here in the University District that once was 3rd Ward, but now it's called the University District. And let's go to the next University Park District that once was 3rd Ward. All right, everybody, we're live right here in the University District, and this is Texas Southern. And this is why they call it the University District, because the Texas Southern and the U of H is over there in this area. But as you can see, this is considered as the University District. And the University District started over there on Jefferson and Dowling, and it comes all the way down to Sophomore and Towester. And as you can see, that's Texas Southern. You're in the University District. Yates is part of the University District. U of H is part of the University District. As you can see, there is University of Houston. Now you see why they're calling this the University District. This is University of Houston, y'all. We're still in the University District. The University District go all the way back almost to Wayside. Now we're going to keep on down Scott Street here, and all of this is part of the University District. And that's U of H right there. And as we turn here on Alabama, then we will go right into Jack Yates. For all you people out there that want to know about what's going on in 3rd Ward, this is what the real deal is on 3rd Ward. And right here on this corner, we finna turn here on Alabama. And we turn on Alabama, we're going right into We're live in the 3600 block of Alabama, 3650 Alabama. This is the home of the Jack Yates High School, Magnet School, Communication. That's right. This school is for communication. Anybody that wanna go into communication after they go into college, this is where they come. Right here to Jack Yates High School, a Magnum school. You're going to be able to have to qualify to get into this Jack Yates High School in the future. Right now, they're taking people that live in the district that can come here, but eventually, this school will be a Magna school, which it already is, but then this school will be part of HISD Magnum program, and the Magnum program is to be able to give you credits, so when you get ready to go to college, you can take some of your credits with you to college. And when you go into communication, I mean, you on the television, being a television reporter, being a cameraman, being a journalist, whatever communication is there for you to be able to get credit to go to college, you're going to have to come here to Jack Yates. So it ain't about the people living in this area. It's about the district that Jack Yates represent for HISD. And what they represent over here in the University District is communication. That's why they got all of this electronic upstairs. All of the cameras. They got a whole television station up there in this school. They got a whole radio station in this school at 3650 Alabama. For some of you who have left Jack Yates and don't know nothing about Jack Yates, well, this is what's going on in Jack Yates. And we'll be in the meeting this coming Thursday. Yes, this coming Thursday we'll have a meeting to see whether or not they want to name this football field after George Floyd and forget about all the legends that came out of Jack Yates, such as Pat Patterson and Luther Booker. Well, we're going to have a voice in that this coming Thursday. So, Facebook family, Jack Yates family, we will be there to show you and document this meeting that will be with HISD on what they going to name this stadium after George Floyd. It ain't a stadium, it's a football field, y'all. And we right here at 3650 Alabama. And this is the new Jack Yates, the home of the communication. That's right, for those who going into communication, this is where they're going to have to come in the future, to Jack Yates. See, HISD trying to compete against other school districts. That's why they got a Magnum program. It ain't about living in a district like it used to be. No, it's about what can you
everybody,
offer
we're
these
live
students.
right here on the corner of Nagel and Elgin, 2610 Elgin, the original Jack Yates. And as you can see, it once in 1958, it was moved to 3703 Sampson, and this became James D. Ryan Junior High School. And as you can see, we're in University District, and this is Baylor College of Medicine today. And as you can still see, it still got James D. Ryan name on the bottom. But as you can see, this is a magnet school. It do not depend on people coming in the neighborhood. You have to qualify to be able to come to Baylor College of Medicine unless you live in the district. And trust me, they have cars lined it all the way up to Emancipation in the afternoon coming picking up these kids. And like I say, you have to qualify to be able to come to this school that's now called Baylor College of Medicine. That used to be the original James D. Ryan was the principal of the original Jack Yates right here, 2610 Elgin. Coming to you live, y'all. I mean to tell you, baby, this is a historical landmark where I'm sitting at right now. Where we're located right now is on the corner of Dowling and Jefferson. Now, they calling it Emancipation Park, but I'm not finna destroy our legacy. All because they talking about he was a slave owner. Houston, Texas was a slave state. So if you're going to disregard our history on emancipation, you might as well turn around all the goddamn streets they got here in Houston. Because at one time, all of these people were slave owners. Because Texas was a slave state. It took Texas 15 years before the Union decided to accept them. Because the Union did not want any more slavery states. But we're here to talk about the 59th anniversary of our first freeway, y'all, here in Houston. And it wasn't called a freeway. It was called a superhighway. In 1952, they opened this up, where it would take you right here in 3rd Ward, where you get on the superhighway on the corner of Jefferson and Dowling. And the superhighway would take you all the way straight through to Galveston. And wasn't it fun to get on the superhighway? And this is where it all started. And today, we're not talking about the history. We're talking about what's going on today. And right here on this corner of Jefferson and Emancipation is the beginning of the University District. From Jefferson all the way on back towards the Houston Post and where the Tom Cato Fish Market, all of that is considered as Midtown. That's right, where I'm at right now. From emancipation all the way back to the Dynamo Stadium is considered as the Midtown District. See, 3rd Ward gonna be broke up into 4 different districts, y'all. It ain't gonna be no more 3rd Ward. And this is what we finna do now. We finna go into the University District, because on the other side of Jefferson, that's the University District. And the University District consists of all of the schools. That used to be Yates, that eventually turned into Ryan. Okay, that school is now called the Baylor School of Medicine. Those are magnet schools now. You're gonna have a total of 4 magnet schools in the University District, which we used to call it 3rd Ward. But the future is the University District, and they gonna consist of magnet schools. You know, you're talking about all the schools that have closed down. Elementary schools. Ain't but one elementary school that's still open, other than they got the original name, and that's Blackshirt Elementary. Lockhart was not a black elementary school. Lockhart was a Jewish school. They gave blacks that school, and then when they gave blacks the school, they deleted Turner name and brought in the Lockhart name. But the original only black school that we got still here is Blackshirt Elementary School. The rest of them are closed. All right, we're live on the corner of Webster and Gray. And right here used to be Dunbar Elementary School. This is another one of the schools that they gave blacks. That was originally a white school, but a lot of blacks was moving on the other side of Dowling, especially when they bought the I-45, which we used to call the Gulf Freeway. When they bought that through after World War II, and really in 1952, a lot of blacks was moving over here, and they gave this school to blacks, which was Dunbar, to take some of the pressure off of Blackshirt, Douglas, and Dotson. And later on, HISD gave the property to the city, and they made a police substation, and that's what it is today, South Central Police Substation. And we're live right here in the University District. That's right, this is still part of the University District. This is the beginning of the University District. We're live right here on the corner of Elgin and Hamilton. Now it's Elgin and 288, but this used to be J. Will Jones. This is another school that the whites gave blacks. That was overcrowded from Blackshirt, Dotson, and Douglas. And they gave J. Will Jones to blacks also, because a lot of blacks were moving on this side of St. Emmanuel, just like they gave Dunbar and Turner. These are the elementary schools that the white people gave blacks. They only built 3 black elementary schools for blacks in 3rd Ward, and that was Blackshirt, Dotson, and Douglas. And